Yesterday in a sermon, Jamie George mentioned an old woodsman saying, says the reason most people get lost is because they just don't go far enough. They doubt where they are, and they change direction too soon. Yeah, so about that. So people with fear that, really fight that a lot, second guess themselves. We tend to come at we have these great ideas, and we have all these wonderful dreams, and we set out on them, and it starts getting a little dicey, and we're like, ooh, this is unfamiliar, I don't know. He said to keep going, but man, if I get too far out here, I'm not going to be able to go back, or I'm going to be stuck out here way too long, or people are going to come looking for me, or what. And how true is that about life? I can think countless examples on my part of relationships, of jobs, of dreams, these ideas that come to mind, and one little thing that someone says about it that brings it into question, just great question of, how about this? How are we gonna make this work? And I'm like, oh, you're right, totally shut down. And we want to get out of the crucible. We want to get off the path. We want to start going back to the familiar while God is still working on us. And it says, Philippians 1:6, he that begins something good in you will complete it. The problem is many of us bail, before we can see what God wants to do with this. And no condemnation, no judgment. I face this straight on. Maybe it's just a me thing, but I had to share this of, whatever path you're on, you're in the crucible, and it's hot, and it's burning, and it seems like no one cares, or everybody's just watching and seeing, sending up their hallelujahs, but you're still on fire in this crucible. And you keep saying, God, okay, can I turn back around, or can I get out yet? Are you done with me? Are we there yet? And only he knows, and it's for our good. It's for our good. So stick in it. You might be close to getting out of that crucible, but I'll tell you this, one thing about life is, as long as you're breathing, you're going to be suffering, because suffering is simply stated, it's whenever we're not in control. And that's basically life. We're not in control. We can try to be in control. We can grip the steering wheel so tight and, be fearful and watch over our shoulders, and always just be on the lookout of possible threats. And that's good in a way, but that's not life. We're free in him. So I'm with you. Whoever's out there in the crucible, I'm with you. Or out there in the middle of the woods, and you're like, how far am I supposed to go? I'm getting a little fearful. I'm getting a little scared. I don't know if I have what it takes to finish this out. And you don't. You don't. He does. And it's just a matter of, are you going to surrender it to him? And say, God, you're enough. I know you begin this. I know we are on this path together. And you've taken me on this path for a reason. And I will trust you to see it through.